Hi guys, in this video I'm going to talk about two things. One, an announcement from me. Two, a question which many students ask me. Like, one is, can I enter into teaching profession after qualifying as a CA or CMA? This is one question which many students ask me. Second one, an announcement from me. I am going to take up the income tax paper again for CA Inter for upcoming November 23 examinations, and I'm going to take up direct access paper for November 24 examinations. I'll come to this income tax direct access being handled by me later, little while later. First, let me focus on this point. Can I enter into teaching profession? This is what many students questions me. Obviously, this video will contain a sort of motivation, enlightenment, all that. Just listen to it, especially if at all you're writing exam in the upcoming May. Okay, definitely I'm going to share many insights in this video. You know, very recently I have received one message from one of the student who qualified CA in the November attempt. So he's asking me, sir, I want to seriously pursue into teaching profession. Can you give an opportunity in your institute for CA Inter? I told him, I spoke to him for 10 to 15 minutes probably. Okay, I told him teaching profession is one of the riskiest profession. 99% failure rate. The rate of failure in teaching profession is 99, or I can say the success rate in teaching profession is 1%. Believe me, it's not that easy. Don't think teaching is easy. Just because we are passionately teaching, just because we are very happy at the end of the day, just because we are being loved by many students, that doesn't mean the profession is easy. It's very hard. You know, if I have to quantify how hard a teaching profession is, if I take 3 hours of a regular class means no matter, no, it's not a revision. It's like a regular standard class, especially if I take audit, because everyone knows that I'm an audit faculty. Everyone recognizes me as an audit faculty, obviously. If I take 3 hours of audit class, that is equal to 8 to 9 hours of corporate energy. What is it? Corporate energy. In a company, if you work for 8 to 9 hours, how much energy that, or nothing but how many calories that you burn for 8 to 9 hours? That many calories or that much of energy you will be burning just for 3 hours of class. Just for 3 hours of class. Believe me. If at all, if it is a revision class, 3 hours, you are going to burn 12 to 15 hours of corporate energy. Now, especially some students will get this doubt. Some students will get excited by looking at two factors. By looking at two factors, many students get excited in order to enter into teaching profession. One factor is the name and fame, the faculty which he enjoys among the students community. Because definitely when we find a faculty who is very popular, when many students are, loving him like crazily, because the kind in which he deals with the subject, all that, somehow he has got a very good name and fame. That is one factor for some students that will trigger, okay, I should also teach, I should also come into teaching profession, I should also make students understand better, I should also get that much love and affection. That is one factor. Another important factor that triggers for many students is money. See, there is nothing wrong thinking about money. What's wrong? Everybody needs money, obviously, right? Everybody, in order to satisfy your needs, you're doing CA profession just because it is a guaranteed profession where you can earn decently. Otherwise, why you and me do? Okay, there are 1% exceptional candidates who are very well fortunate enough. So whether they do CA or not doesn't matter. But 99% of the students, obviously, they do just for the financial settlement. Correct? Huh? So now, another important factor which attracts many students to think about this teaching profession is the money that we get. Definitely, I'm telling you, those faculties who are having a decent number of subscribers on YouTube. Today, I want to give you more quantified picture. Don't ask me how much I earn, but I want to just to give you a quantified picture. A faculty who was having more than 20,000 subscribers, a faculty who is having more than 20,000 subscribers will definitely earn a minimum of 3 to 4 lakhs a month. Minimum, I'm telling you. Minimum. I'm not telling maximum. A faculty having a least 20,000 YouTube subscribers, a teacher teaching a particular subject in CA Inter or CA Final, doesn't matter. A CA teacher having minimum 20,000 plus YouTube subscribers, can earn minimum 3 to 4 lakhs in a month, which is equal to, I can say, 50 to 60, 40 to 50 lakhs in a year, or maybe for 35 to 50 lakhs approximately. That is minimum, I'm telling you. There is no end for max. Sir, how much you earn? I don't want to tell you, because obviously, income should be confidential, right? Honestly. Okay, fine. So, like, you can see a faculty lifestyle. Many students will be impressed by looking at a faculty lifestyle. They look at the shirts they're wearing, the dressing up, the car, the house they're residing, the quality of life that they are leading. All that makes an impact in a student. Now you might get this doubt, sir, do you also thought about all this before you enter into teaching profession? Obviously yes. Obviously yes. I am not exception to anything, right? I'm also a human being like you, just like you. I'm also from a very lower middle class background. Now, the teacher who prompted me this, the one who prompted me to enter into teaching profession is, I'm very proudful to say his name, MP Vijay Kumar sir. I love his energy, believe it or not. I have attended hardly 10 classes only. So I have paid for his FR subject, and when I'm pursuing my CA final, I paid for his subject. I attended only 10 classes. Later, somehow, because of my audits in my articleship, I could not attend regularly to his class. Only for 10 classes I went. When I see him, when massive, so many number of students are like shouting at him, like the kind of craze he has. Oh my God. That is one thing which prompted me. And he used to come when we attend the classes. He used to come in a car, Skoda Superb. This is his car at that time. I didn't now I don't know which car he's using. So after I moved into my teaching profession, I never got the opportunity to visit him again. But one day I'll meet him and tell him that, sir, today I am onto one of the top faculty for the subject of audit in India. And this kind of, today we became, I grown up like a tree from a seed which is planted by you. I want to meet him and tell him. One day I'll definitely meet him and tell him. And I'm very fortunate enough, if at all he sees this video, I'll be even more fortunate. But I'll meet him one day and I'll tell him. So when I see MP Vijay Kumar sir, so he's a very hard worker, extreme hard worker, extremely intelligent and talented, and the kind of grace that he has in the students is something, you can't. I feel like he's a star, movie star, getting it. And when he comes in such a big car, Skoda Superb, decided that day, okay, I'm also from lower middle class, I should also buy a big car. Okay, I should enter into teaching profession, I should inspire many, and I should create an influence and impact in many. That's what I decided, and I entered. And after I enter into teaching profession, I have not researched anything in the market from the beginning. You can say I take my decisions quicker, where some of them will fail. I take decisions very quick. So that is one negative effect of mine. I take very fast decisions. So I directly jumped into one institute where I started teaching income tax. Yes. At the beginning I told, right, I am entering into income tax. I'm starting income tax again. I mentioned this word again, means I earlier used to teach income tax. In fact, out of my 8 years of teaching career, 4 years I taught income tax, almost up to 2018, I used to teach income tax and GST both. Many knows, sorry, very few students knows that I teach tax. Now almost I have in YouTube close to 35,000 subscribers, and close to more than 1 lakh students are watching across India my audit classes, and every one of them, they only know that I teach audit. But earlier I used to teach tax. In fact, income tax is my most favorite subject. Why? One of the challenging and tough subject is income tax, right? Where many students don't understand the provisions. Most of the times when they solve any problem, they do wrong. Especially capital gains and PGBB, they always get wrong answers, and salaries also. And in chapter 6 deduction, 8-digit deduction, many students do wrong. And when I am solving income tax, when I am learning, I used to do always right. I interpret provisions like anything. Somehow I'm very curious, and I want to teach the thought process, the analysis which is going in my mind to others. And during my articleship, I used to take seminars on income tax. So that's how and after looking at MP Vijay Kumar sir and many other faculties getting it, somehow that desire, or I can say burning desire to teach, has started in me, and I directly jumped into one institute for teaching. So originally I thought, of course, it's a very decent platform. It's a very decent platform. So originally I thought, in Hyderabad for 2.5 to 3 years roughly. Later I just moved to Guntur, where I thought for, I can say, 1.5 year only, honestly speaking, 2 years maximum, because after 2 years COVID have started. So I really could not get that great opportunity to teach physically large number of students. But after COVID has been started, because of some issues that went, I decided to start my own venture. Logically I want to join in another institute, but because of the COVID extension, the COVID has been extended for almost for more than 6 months lockdown, so I couldn't get opportunities at other institutes. So out of that, by choice, I don't have any other choice, or I can say by chance, okay, I need to start the institute. And in though I am in teaching profession from 2015, from when I am very serious on teaching profession, like originally, see, many of us think that we are putting serious efforts, we are giving serious efforts, we are giving best efforts at the time when you are giving effort. But after a few years, you realize that that was not your best. You realize that at the time you could have done much more better. You realize that. Exactly. When I am into teaching up to 2018, I never gave that kind of efforts, that kind of thought process, that kind of analysis I have not given. Only from 2019, when I take up exclusive audit completely, I started giving best efforts in audit. Best efforts. And you can see the result. Within shortest time, within 2 years from 2020, the moment I started teaching audit, within 2 years, I am onto the top ladder in audit subject. Now everybody across India, in every state, they know me. Every student knows me. CA intern and CA final. Many students know me. The only reason, because of the efforts I have taken up from 2019. Getting it? Now, um, fine. Let me stick to this. Okay. So this is one of the reason. These are few factors which gave me, that prompt, that triggering, that triggered me to enter into teaching. Now, when somebody comes and asks me, I know what kind of struggle I went through, so that you're looking at me at this stage today. But I am not at this stage having these many thousands of students, having this kind of financial stability. It's not there earlier. I'm honest, it's not there earlier. And many who think you want to start coaching, no, if at all you want to start coaching, no. What I suggest everybody, if at all you want to enter into teaching, start YouTube channel directly. You need not have any platform. I'm telling you, no need to have any platform. Believe me. If at all, working in a big platform gives you a good opportunity, good kickstart, it will only give you start. It will not guarantee continuity. It will not guarantee continuity. Why? In my case, when I started the institute, in 2020, many have told that this fellow cannot stand for more than 1 year. After I completed 1 year, they told this fellow cannot stand more than 2 years. In fact, when I started my teaching individually, my institute in 2020, everyone have told, many whom I met, in fact, my competitors, in fact, many others, have criticized me, saying that this fellow will be there in the market only up to COVID situation. Once the COVID is gone and once physical classes have started, Harsha will not be there in the market. That's what people have told me. In fact, see, whenever somebody underestimated me, I always have this feeling I must show them. Especially when someone underestimates me, and if I know that they're underestimating me, I will feel like proving them. I know it's not a good habit, but sometimes I feel like proving them, and I worked on. And today, within another 2 to 3 months, we are going to enter into third year. Sorry, we are going to enter into fourth year. 3 years we have completed. You know what is the growth? It is always growth. First year we did some amount of business. Second year it was doubled, and third year it was doubled compared to second year. The business is increasing, kept on increasing. No decline till date. No decline till date. And no look back till date. Now we are entering into fourth year. Very recently, we have started CMA Inter in our institute. And now people are giving limits for 5 years. Now they have increased. Originally, those who have told me 1 year is the time limit for my institute. Now they revised the time limits to 5 years. And I'll tell them after 5 years, once I completed 5 years, they revise their limit to 10 years. That is common. So when you think of entering into teaching profession, please keep one point in mind. This is not a guaranteed profession. This is not a guaranteed profession. Tomorrow, if another faculty who can teach auditing beyond better than me, beyond me, who can teach much better than me the audit subject, market will move to him. Or now I'm taking up income tax, right? Today, if I just take up income tax, people will accept only if I teach income tax good. If at all I don't teach income tax in a decent manner, if I don't teach in a powerful way the income tax, obviously nobody will, listen to me. Getting it? So now many institutes, especially established institutes, when they hire teachers also, they enter into agreement like 4 to 6 hours in a day on an average. And they pay you hardly 1 lakh per month. I'm telling you, this is maximum which they pay, not minimum. Maximum which pay. This is the amount. In fact, starting pay will be 70,000 to 80,000 per month. Starting pay will be some, I can say, in fact, I'm giving a bigger number. 60,000 per month is only the starting pay. And I'm telling you, for 6 hours of teaching, getting 60, 70,000 is not at all worthy. Not at all worthy. Why? Because I told, right, you're teaching maybe 4 to 6 hours, but that is equal to 10 plus hours energy, where if you put whatever efforts, sometimes I feel like, or if I, whatever the efforts that I'm giving in this institute and in this teaching, if I give the same efforts in a corporate, I would have been in a CFO stage. Sometimes I feel like that, but very rare, not every time, very rare, because almost in a very decent sized, company, a decent listed, medium listed entity, CFO, whatever they get, we also get monetary that much. So that's why we never get that kind of feeling. And the kind of recognition, especially when we see the students, when some students come and take selfie, especially when we see all this, obviously whatever the efforts that we are giving, I sincerely forget. Like, I don't even remember the efforts which I'm giving. That's why every time whenever I make a video, you can see that energy in me. You can see that honesty and sincerity. Getting it? So why I'm telling all this is, you need to take a decision carefully. You just like that, don't jump into this profession. This is not that easy. It's very energy draining. And you see, out of 100, only 1 or 2 faculties will have popularity, name, fame, and money. Remaining 95 to 98 faculties in 100, they will not get that much. Getting it? So don't jump into profession by looking 1 out of 100. Don't jump into this profession by looking one faculty out of 100. You can simply say 1% is success rate. Sir, still I want to come into teaching. What is that input you want to give me? You want to enter into teaching? Okay, start YouTube channel first. Okay, and explain whatever the things you know. Don't expect anything from others. First, give it at free. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. Give content. Add content regularly. Every day, one video you post on some topic. Speak realistically. Don't speak to convince others. I never speak in my YouTube channel to convince students. I never prize any of the student. You see, I never in my any of the video, I never prize any CA student or CA community. You see that? No need to please anybody. Don't please anybody. Speak out the fact and enlighten people. Make people think. Make those who are watching your video, they have to think seriously. After they watch the video, they need to think once about your video. Only then you have created an impact. If at all people are not thinking, they just watch your video and ignoring and proceeding to something else without any further thought process, means you have not created impact. Speak in such a way that you create an impact. When you can speak in such a way that you can create an impact, only when you speak realistically. Realistically. And most importantly, the oratory skills should be there. Communication means talking fluently. Any language, doesn't matter. Oratory skills means, see, communication skill is useful only for one-to-one communication. But teaching requires oratory skills. Oratory skills means one-to-many. Like your video, or your words, your actions, your body language is being observed by hundreds and thousands of students. You need to convince all of them in the same way that you want to convince. The message should transmit in the same manner. Means your oratory skills should be extraordinary. Getting it? Work on your oratory skills. Work on work on communicating multiple people at a time. If you work on this, definitely you will have a good future. Now, so start YouTube channel. Regularly take some topic, enlighten people, share it to your known relatives, contacts, Facebook, Instagram, wherever possible. Slowly, people will follow. You know, when I started my YouTube channel, many criticized me that you will not get more than 2 or 3,000 followers. Today I'm having 35,000 followers within shortest time. That too, being a student from South, only speaks in English. A faculty from South and only speaks in English. We don't have Hindi audience. Hardly very less number of Hindi students watch our classes, watch our videos. 95% of the students are English, non-Hindi students. They only watch. If at all I can speak fluently Hindi, I would have in fact grabbed more than 1 lakh subscribers. Easily I would have grabbed. Getting it? So 35,000 subscribers we are having close to. And all this happened over a period of 2.5 years. It's not one night. It doesn't happen overnight. For some, it may take 7 years time. For some, it may take 10 years of time. Do you have that much patience? Think of yourself. Do you have that much patience? Earlier, no, I used to go for audits. I used to go and do internal audits like that. Now I'm not going because, of course, learning is there in that. But whatever I learned, that is sufficient for now for teaching students. The learning, whatever I acquired, that is sufficient now for teaching to the students. Now I'm not focusing on audits or practice anymore much. I'm only completely into teaching and I'm completely dedicating my full time and energy for development of the students. Every day you see in Sreshta, in our institute, every 3 months you check, there will be some substantial improvement. Example, from the past 3-4 months, we are making website and we are making it more user friendly so that users, students, whoever is accessing will get much information, more user friendly access. We are changing. Now we are restructuring our institute. Like recently we have a tax faculty who is Ambashiva sir. He's excellent. He's a very good man. He's golden heart. So, but because of his work, where he's doing in a company, because of all that, he's unable to dedicate good amount of time into the teaching. So that is the reason why we mutually discussed and agreed that okay sir, you can relieve from Sreshta and focus on your works, personal works, whatever. So then I decided, let me take up my tax subject again. Let me take up my income tax subject again. Then I decided I took up income tax again. I hope you all encourage me, and definitely, you know how I teach audit. Such a dry subject where people literally 99.99% of the students literally don't understand audit. And you know very well how I made you understand audit. Such a dry theoretical subject, I could make that much interesting. And income tax being a practical paper, and that to me, having a decent knowledge on geopolitical cases and taxation arrangements between multiple countries, and having good logical understanding of all the tax provisions. Think of you. I'm just leaving it to your imagination how well I can take income tax paper. And for the upcoming November exams, I am going to handle income tax and CA intern. Our another team member, Mohammed sir, is going to handle GST paper. Okay, so the recordings will be available from May 1st week or second week onwards. The recordings will be available. The material will be available by April month end itself. Because in the meantime, I need to deliver some pending, deliverables that are there from my end for my CA inter audit students and CA final audit. I'm starting income tax after I reach it to a top extent, top level in audit. Only then I'm starting now. I'm not starting both simultaneously. And if at all you want to enter into teaching profession, one more important tip, take only one subject. Become excellent. Reach to the top corner. Then focus on the other. This is same for business also. Always take one idea in business, make it successful, super successful, then start the second one. Never start 2 or 3 at a time. It is not possible. It is not possible to create impact in a quicker way. That's it. So I don't know. Without any particular structure, I spoke in this video for almost 24-25 minutes. I spoke so many things. No structure, nothing. Even in fact, I don't even remember what I spoke. Most of my videos when I take, no, I don't prepare and come and take. I first start the recording button, then I think and speak. Most of the general videos, especially these kinds of announcement videos. So if at all you want to enter into teaching profession, consider all these things. Income is not guaranteed. Income is not guaranteed. And you don't get excellent income if you work in any institute, because they pay you whatever they get, 5% of whatever they get, they pay. They don't pay much. Of course, you don't think about race stuff. We pay 50%. Now, whatever revenue we get, no, we pay 50% to the faculty. Straight and 50% is the revenue share. But not every institute do this. Not every institute. They try to squeeze maximum energy out of you and pay you little bucks. And they meant most of them. So no, I'm not specific. I'm not pointing any one specific institute. Most of the institutes established in the market are doing this. So start your own. Any subject. Even if at all you want to start audit, if you want any tips in audit, you can happily consult me. Whenever in my free time, I'll give reply. So that's it. So I covered whether teaching is good or not. It's good, actually, it's good. See, every profession, every business, it may be stock market, it may be commodities market, it may be betting, it may be play cards, whatever it is. Every business is good only. Every opportunity is good only. It's only about you, how well you can make it out. You know, almost for 6 years, now it is my 8th year, right? 6 years, nobody looked at me. Nobody, not even my relatives, not even my friends. Everybody was thinking, hey, he's doing something, don't know where, don't know what is he doing. Something is just hanging around teaching all that. Today, everyone are saying, yeah, okay, you're doing best. And believe me, when somebody has commented on you based on your past position at that time, suppose some 3 years ago, many have commented on me. He will not sustain in the market, all that. Fine, it's correct only at the time. Whatever their feeling was correct only from their point of view, because no, they don't know what is your capability, right? If somebody underestimated you, they don't know that what is your capability, because they never, you never showed up. First point, you never showed your capability. Only when you show your capability, only when you show what you can do, getting it, only then they change their opinion, only then they change their thought process about you. Unless you show your capability, how do people know your capability, man? How do you expect people should recognize you without you showing your potential? So obviously, some 3-4 years ago, if somebody has commented me that, hey, this man cannot do anything, yeah, I'm accepting it, because I never showed potential to him or anybody else at that time. Now I'm showing my true potential. Slowly I'm showing my potential and grabbing the market slowly, grabbing the attention slowly, getting name and fame slowly. And today when I got a decent name and fame, now they've changed their opinion, and nothing wrong in that. In fact, you, me, many of us, how many in and around, how many of, in and around yourself, uh, about how many people you are having an underestimated opinion, this fellow cannot do that, he doesn't have skill. You also have that kind of opinion. You also underestimated somebody. It's common process, man. It's common in the universe. Unless somebody show their potential, we don't estimate their potential, we always underestimate. So whenever somebody underestimated, take it as a sportive. I should show him what I can do. Take it as a challenge and do it. That's it. Okay, I'll wind up this session. Almost it's 28 minutes, close to 30 minutes. So thank you. Have a nice time. Bye.